welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. If you're new here, my name is Kez, and today I am going to be talking about The Princess Switch 3. I just finished watching it, and let me tell you, that movie just stressed me out, straight up. It was just so chaotic and a bit of a catastrophe, but I also like this much, out of like infinity much, enjoyed it, which I don't know what that says about me, but anyway, right, my first thing is this. Vanessa Hudgens, she deserves her flowers for even finishing this franchise. It's so messy. She had to play 3 characters, all with different love interests. I feel like we just need to say well done and hope she moves on to bigger and better things. Number 2, Fiona. She's unbearable. I'm so sorry. Like, I know this movie was basically her movie, and we got to see her how, you know, her mum abandoned her, and, you know, she just really has parental issues, but she's just a bit too much for me. But I guess it was nice to see her kind of reconcile with her mum and understand why her mum had to leave her where she did and all of that. But I'm not sure that explains how annoying she is as a character. I really don't think it explains it, but Also, the accents were really bugging me. I was just so confused about where we are. Some people sound like they're Irish, some people sound like they're British. Obviously Stacey's from America, and that's fine, but like, where actually are we in Europe? Because like, are we actually in Europe? Are we in England? Are we on a country of England? Like, nobody actually knows where we are, and there's too much going on.
This is crazy.
A highlight for me is the Black Santa. They said BLM and diversity by having a Black Santa. I was just like, okay. I guess they did a good job in making Fiona and Peter like the main focus of it all. Like, they're the ones that we're really supposed to be following, and all the other couples are very much sidelined. But it's still like three whole people's stories to follow. It's a bit much. Next thing, I feel like Netflix are taking their whole universe to another level. Because why did we need Simon there? They just brought him in for no reason. Like, there was actually nothing that he did there. He didn't add to the plot. He just took away from the plot, really, because I'm like, you just took precious time where they could have actually explained something better, and they just put him in it. Why did they do that? The mum also hitting on Kevin was a bit too much for me. I was like, okay, so now we see where she gets it from, but I didn't need to see it. I didn't need to know that's where she got it from. One thing I need to talk about is the other husbands, Kevin and Edward. Why did they bother putting them in the movie? Why did they actually bother putting them in the movie? Because they didn't add anything to the plot. Edward was just confused the whole time, not understanding normal slang talk. Like, he was just there like, oh, a goat? Your source is a goat? Go away, like, go. And they could have just made up another storyline, I feel like, for Kevin and for Edward, more so Edward, because I was like, you're just not doing anything here. But like, they could just be like, oh, Edward's got, you know, king duties, whatever duties over here, so he can't be involved, and oh, we're gonna miss him, but he'll turn up for the end. He'll turn up for the ceremony. Same with Kevin. They just preoccupied him with going to pick up the kid. Is it Sophie? I don't know the daughter's name. And like, so he was like, oh, it's gonna take 8 hours for me to go, and then he just left at the first 20 minutes and then returned at the end. I was like, well, why? I feel like they could have added something else with like Sophie. Maybe, you know what, I might have missed it, because I'm not gonna lie, I was watching it, I fell asleep for a good 40 minutes. I woke up and I was like, I've got to rewind it, so I did, and then I just paused it because I was just too stressed out with the movie. I was like, I don't think I continue this, so I stopped it for about an hour, and then I continued and finished it.
Okay.
So he was like, oh, I'm at school, the flight's been delayed twice, Dad's coming to drive to get me. I pushed the button to put the lights on, and then that's the end of my role. No. I feel like Netflix needs to relax with their, you know, their trilogy of a franchise. Most of the time the movie's fine, the first one is fine, we don't need to see another 2. Like, even the first 2 I could just about deal with. The second movie, you didn't need to make a third movie about a star being stolen and they need to go and return to get the star back. This guy, I'm not even sure what his name is in the movie. I feel like that's just how much I was not knowing what was happening. But the guy that stole the star for his collection, whatever, but the guy that stole the star, what was going on? I understand where he needed to be for the plot, but all he was doing was throwing shade at Peter and trying to get Miss Fiona to go upstairs with him. I was like, you need to relax, sir. You really do. He didn't go to prison. Nothing happened with him. He just said, no, I can't phone the police about this. And that's the end. Also, you know, we also didn't get like some sort of thing with him at the end because Peter left his little like business card. That's what it's called. He left his business card there. So obviously he kind of knows he did it. But then there was nothing to really... do you know what I mean? That. Why didn't he try to take him? Why didn't he kidnap him? Or just another hostage taking of somebody? I feel like that would have made the movie so much more enticing because I was like, just sat there like, okay, we know everything's going to be fine. But I needed a bit more of a plot twist, really. The mum being there, not a surprise. They alluded to it through the whole movie. Like, her and Pete get together. We knew they were going to get together. Like, just give us something a bit more in between to just throw us off. Even if it's for 5 minutes, just throw us off and bring us back. Don't make it so cliche, so all the way through. Oh, that's one thing I haven't even mentioned. We didn't talk about the kiss that Queen Margaret gave to young Sir, Star Stealer. We just glossed over that one. Is apparently, I feel like they were like, we don't even need to talk about it because it was for the greater good of them getting the star back. But I would have questions if I was Kevin. I'd have questions. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed listening to me rant on / talk about The Princess Switch 3, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.